there anything you're expecting for this particular seed? Any trolls you want to happen?
Oh, do you want to start the commentary curse that early?
Of course I do. That's what we're supposed to do.
Let's see. Mirror on the pyramid. With Aga being required. And let's do fetch quest too. Go mushroom into powder into bat for bow.
I'm really liking this scenario already. I really would like to see that happen now. We did get a cape at the at Link's house, so we do have a item right now. It really only leads to one potential item once we get to Dark World, but it is still a good safety item to have. It will make getting through some sections a little easier. Won't be taking any damage, and also we got a nice little Bombos medallion as well here in the Uncle Cave.
That could potentially open up Turtle Rock and Swamp Palace. Ooh, is that a cane, blue cane behind the Aga tree?
Yes, that is. The Cane of Burna is on the ledge. I don't really see our runners going out to get that, even if they do find out Aghanim is required, because Cape will be a very early item, as we saw a little bit ago. But you know, we know something's there. We know that there's not a progression item there, so that is one good thing at least.
I'm still hoping for that Aga.
Yeah, Aga can still definitely happen. They got a few more items to get, though, before that will be officially required by the logic. Because, yeah, there's you need items just to even get to Aga in the first place. You need at least...
They already have the item.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, they do, but they'll also need the first sword as well, because there is a curtain inside Aghanim's tower that they will not be able to break open at their current stage anyway.
True. It looks like Smight still hasn't checked Link's house yet.
No, he has not. I imagine he probably will later once he finishes up with Kakariko. Then he might go down south to the dam and start picking up some of those items on the southern shore. We have a bee bottle in the Thieves' Den. We have arrow upgrades and a few other items. And as for the final chest, we have just a full heart container. So bottle is a pretty good item to get. It will open up one item in Kakariko. You can check out the sick kid and see if he has any items. We have seen it before, so we'll see what happens there.
There's also always the potential of a safety potion later.
Yes, of course. It's always good to have a bottle, especially if you're not sure how the seed is going to progress. This could be a seed where they may not have a lot of hearts or any mail upgrades, so having a bottle for some potion is always a good backup just in case. And there's another bottle inside the Kakariko wall, so... And the mirror! Oh, unfortunately, your scenario didn't exactly play out, but there could still be something on there. Could be the Moon Pearl, too. That's another item that could be there.
There could be a lot of things there.
That's true. It is a very, very early and easily accessible Dark World item, anyway.
It means that they can get up to Para pretty easily, though.
That is true. We haven't seen a map check just yet, but we'll see if that dungeon is required. But even then, doing Tower of Hera is not necessarily a bad call, just because it's a very short dungeon and it has two very quick items you could potentially pick up.
Yeah. I'm really hoping to see a hammer. No.
Yeah, especially this early on in open mode, having a hammer is a very nice item to have. It does tempered sword damage and
power gloves at the bug net.
Ooh, that's right. Okay, so yeah, getting those bottles definitely help because you will get one of the potential Dark World progression items. You need at least 3 to move on to the Dark World. You need the Moon Pearl, the Power Glove, and the Hammer. So they just Smight just needs to pick up 2 more of those, and then we'll know for sure if Aghanim's required or not. And there is a sword upgrade in the library.
Oh, that's taunting.
Yeah, it is, which means we could potentially see some early boots as well, because if the early game is not really having any swords, they may need that to actually progress the seed. We also missed the flippers in the chicken house, so that's another. It's a good light world item to have when you're starting out, because that'll open, by logic anyway, it'll open up 4 items on the Zora area.
Is it bad that I always get this when I see flippers?
Sometimes I can understand that. I don't usually like getting flippers too early, because I like to use the hula hand strat sometimes if I really need some rupees to actually even get to Zora in the first place. So I can definitely understand that.
I just prefer getting the Moon Pearl because I really enjoy the water walking.
Yeah, that is a very fun trick, and unfortunately we're not going to be seeing that in this seed at this current point.
Looks like Smite's picking up the heart piece from the swamp switch.
Yeah, I can understand that.
This early, the heart pickups are pretty good.
Yes, definitely.
Bombs at the race.
Yeah, but it seems like they're doing pretty good for bombs right now, so bombs may not be necessarily a problem in this seed.
Releasing the bee. That's an interesting strat.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea here at all. You don't want to waste too many bombs in here, and yeah, it does the job that you need without using any other items.
Ooh, but the cave is mostly a bust.
Yeah, you hate when you see the mini Moldorm cave being a bust just because it's 5 items, and you really hate that to go to waste, because that's one of the premier locations you want to visit in the Light World.
Oh yeah. Then again, there's always Hype Cave.
That's true. There's Hype Cave. There's the Paradox Cave in
Moon Pearl in Sash.
Ooh, that is a really, really nice find. Just needs the hammer now to complete that journey to the Dark World, so they're going to be on the lookout for that. And at this point, with the sword currently in the library, they're going to hope that they find that hammer before they find boots, because that'll be a really, really good sign. They still need the lamp as well for the Aghanim progression, but
looks like Smight checked the Ice Rod Cave for the red boomerang. That's not really that useful. Like,
in terms of progression, yeah, it's not really that useful, but it can be helpful to maybe grab some pickups that are slightly out of range, or even just hitting switches in Tower of Hera and other areas.
Looks like Smite's going for some farm to early Zora. Meanwhile, Sun's already in Eastern.
Yeah, it looks like both of our runners took slightly different paths here. At this point, with just the type of equipment they have, I'm kind of liking Smite's play a little better at the moment, but, you know, Eastern Palace is a very easily accessible location. You can enter it from the very beginning of the game, so SunsOutGunsOut is probably thinking, well, there could be something in here. Might be worth my time, so we have a few more chests to check, so there could be something in here.
And realistically, it's one of the few dungeons you can access that you can do without any weapons.
Yes, exactly, for sure. Also, while they're making our way through here, we have 2 unique sprites here. We have the Maiden sprite on the left being played by Smight, and we have one of my personal favorite sprites, the Kirby sprite, being played by SunsOutGunsOut. I love the Kirby sprite so much. I was so thrilled when they actually added it to the sprite roster. The only problem with it is very short. So it can make things like setting up for bomb jump a little difficult, but it's still like I enjoy playing as the Kirby sprite just because it's part of my namesake, as you would say.
I can understand that. Personally, I like the Wizrobe. Sun's out, choosing not to go through the dark room for Eastern. Those can be kind of a pain. so I understand the play.
I'm actually wondering, like, I didn't get to see every single item, but I was wondering if maybe he found all the items and just opted to not go through the rest of it because it was pendant.
I saw a map and
Okay. Okay, so yeah, there is another item in there. So yeah, he probably just maybe he knew the well, again, like you said, he probably just wants to come back with lamp and make.
Ooh, half magic and a sword in the escape.
Ooh, not bad, not bad.
That's gonna make good use of the cape.
Yes, it will. Still need the lamp though for the potential Aghanim play. I really doubt, just because it is a very difficult thing to do, even for experienced runners, but doing Aghanim's tower in the dark is a very hard thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
And as you saw, like, SunsOutGunsOut did not do the Eastern Palace Dark Room, so I'm almost wondering if, yeah, he might just be, he probably will not be wanting to opt for that tower play.
Now, I didn't catch the ledge item, did you?
I did not see it either. But we will see in terms of what Smight does here, if it was worth it or not.
Hook shot, Zora.
Hook shot. Ooh, that rupee farming paid off tremendously, and yeah, it looks like that ledge item was nothing to write home about. So he's gonna warp right out of there. He's gonna have some options here.
Yeah, but what's he gonna do with them? With all these items, like, there's not really a lot of. He can't really make any dungeon plays. He's got to keep going through the overworld.
That's true. It's very true. At this point, like, we can kind of logically deduce at this point that the lamp or hammer is going to be either in Agana's cave or in the first part of Escape, because I think everything else is blocked at this current point.
Logically speaking, yes. Smite's checking the back end of Escape.
He's going to get his first sword upgrade. Looks like Smight is going to be going for the first part of Escape. I think that's probably a good play here. There's probably going to be more items available in this part. So yeah, we'll see if this is going to be the progression or not. No, he also needs to go to the Uncle Cave too. That's right.
Yeah, he needs to grab.
SunsOut did that.
Yeah, he needs to grab the bombos. And the. Smight still hasn't checked Sashwala either.
That's right, he has not done that, or the chest in Eastern as well.
Nope.
He's going to pick up his Bombos Medallion, and SunsOutGunsOut, he's doing the Zora stuff now too. I don't think I remember seeing any rupees over here though, so he's kind of taking a bit of a risk that he might get the rupees he needs for Zora over here. Okay, there's our map check. Our tracker actually was able to capture it when Smight did it earlier, but we have a pendant in Desert and Eastern Palace, and we have a crystal on top of Death Mountain in the Tower of Hera.
So Hera's the only required dungeon in Light World. Possibly. Could be Pedestal.
That's true. We do not know if Pedestal will be required yet, and if anything, having Light World dungeons be pendants, which don't generally have a lot of requirements, that could actually spell out a Pedestal seed. If I guess it really depends on what the Dark World dungeon will be, but yeah.
Hammer! Oh my. Well, we have Dark World access.
Yes, we have Dark World access now. They have a
Smight
sword.
Doesn't know it.
Oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't know it yet. So I can probably see him checking. He's probably going to check the Eastern area after this, I imagine.
It's the only area left. Well, besides Aghanim.
And there's still no lamp yet, so if anything, getting the lamp around here would probably almost be a bad sign, because there's a lot of items in Eastern and Sashrala, but still, just like kind of, you don't want to see that, because then you start kind of like weighing your options more, so...
Well, at this point, I think if they got lamp, it would signal Death Mountain climbing over anything else.
Oh yeah, especially at the hook shot, yeah, you are right about that.
Because there's just so much more volume to check over there. Plus, there's a crystal dungeon that's easily completable.
Yeah, that's very true. And yep, like I expected, Smight is going to Sashrala, and he will have his Moonsh Pearl very, very shortly.
Meanwhile, Sun's out 13 rupees shy of the hook shot. There's his money.
Okay, so yeah, he is going to be able to pick up that hook shot.
It's a pretty close race. I would say Smight would be slightly ahead if it's a pedestal seed because of the Eastern dip, but...
Or, well, yeah, I guess. Smight also spent a little more time farming rupees when SunsOutGunsOut didn't necessarily have to, because he was able to get the 500 before he made it to Zora, so that's going to save him a little bit of time. But yeah, at this point, it's really just the Eastern check and the Hyrule Castle escape check that's kind of separating them right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Smight is walking. Depending on where he goes, I think he is going for the Death Mountain play.
Yep.
Sometimes it's good just to go to Death Mountain, even just to get that respawn point for the save and quits and everything. Just kind of very helpful, especially if you don't have Flute, just to start up there if you ever need to go back there really quickly.
And realistically, Mike could probably... Oh, wow, I forgot we don't have Lamp.
Yeah, so this is technically a sequence break right now, so
Yeah.
in terms of the logic anyway, so the Old Man Cave, not terribly hard to navigate in the dark. It's only 2 screens, and if you go the back route, if you have the Flute, it's really only like 1 screen you have to navigate back and forth. But yeah, like the game, or the logic anyway, expects you to have the lamp at this point, so kind of a sequence break, but it could pay off potentially, just in kind of having this respawn point like I mentioned, and if they get any other items, that'll definitely lead them to other areas.
And realistically, he can full clear this side of Death Mountain.
Yes, that's very true. It's very, very true. If he picked up that Titansmith, though, over here, I think that's going to be big, because then he's going to be able to essentially, maybe not clear it out completely. There will be a few like one-off spots he'll have to go back for if he has to, but just getting like the full information on what you're going to see at Death Mountain, getting the full info on what the medallion for Turtle Rock is going to be, information can be very important.
Well, no, he's actually got everything he needs to full clear both sides of Death Mountain. He's got hammer, he's got gloves, the cape for the spike cave. Hook shot?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Dark World Death Mountain. You need the Titansmith for that, which they do not have.
Oh, that's true. Fire Rod.
Fire Rod, that's good. Oh, that's very good, especially if he's going to Hera next. That'll allow him to full clear that.
With the Ocarina.
Alright, getting some good value in Death Mountain. This sequence break is helping out. Not a big sequence break, but still a sequence break in terms of the logic anyway.
No, and then he's just going to bomb jump over. Head out on top. Now, the only question is he going to check Spiral Cave before he goes to Hera?
We'll see. First, he's going to probably check what's up there. Oh! A sword upgrade again, okay.
So we know where 3 of the 4 swords are. And Sun's out going straight to Dark World. We might get a Dark World check.
This actually, yeah, we will definitely get that, but I actually do kind of like this play to kind of check this cave over here first, because if he does get the Titansmith over here, he can kind of loop back around up to the Dark Village of Outcasts without having to go around that long, winded path in Kakariko to get there.
So are you hyped? Are you hyped for Hype Cave?
Yes, let's see what we got in here. We got some rupees. We got
Ooh.
rupees. A shield.
Toy shield. Oh, no.
No hype here, but definitely hype in Tower of Hera. We have the boots. The boots have been found.
Nice.
And that will allow Smight to get that level 2 sword whenever he gets back to Kakariko.
If he remembers it.
I think a sword upgrade, yeah, there's probably a good chance that he remembers it. But yeah, I gotcha. Well, I saw a lot of crystals, but that kind of that's kind of obvious considering that only one.
It looks like
we do. Ooh. I think that's a pendant. Is that a pendant Turtle Rock that I see down there?
Yep, that's green pendant.
Interesting.
It's weird. A lot of the tournament seeds I've seen have had Turtle Rock pendant.
I wish I could say the same for the races I've been in the tournament, but yeah, I feel like Pendant Turtle Rock can be kind of conflicting. You don't really want to go in there, but in version 26, Pendant Turtle Rock usually says there's something in here, you're probably not going to have to finish this, but you may have to dip inside anyway.
And it's usually a good call to dip inside, unless, like, if you're massively behind and you're looking for that last item, it's always a good call to dip into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I mean, there are 5 potential items you can find in there, so yeah, it's definitely a good check, especially in version 26, which is definitely the items are in dungeons part of this randomizer.
And it looks like we're getting a catfish. Do you prefer yours fried or baked?
Fried for sure. What about you?
I like a good bake. Maybe smoked. Smoked is good.
Yeah.
Oh, man, cash. It's good for potions, bad if you want to go fast.
Yeah, it's always kind of a gamble going over to Catfish because it's such an out-of-the-way location and such a big chance that you won't get anything from it. But then when you're that one time when you decide to skip it, it's always going to have something.
You got 2 hits on Moldrum. Ooh. Careful, Smight.
Moldorm chasing him around the arena a little bit.
Yep. Oh. Ooh, this is not a situation you like.
Okay, you got him though.
Yeah. Definitely keeping a cooler head than I do.
Yeah, sometimes that Moldorm can be very, very feisty. You don't want to wake up on the wrong side of the bed with that guy.
Is this a cape check?
Yeah, this could be. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing. They got the cape very early. That could signify something.
No, well, I mean, is it a cape room check? Cause
oh, okay, that's what you're saying.
SunsOut is doing some stuff in the graveyard.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay, no, he's going up here first, which makes sense. It's right here. A lot of people think that you need the Pegasus boost to check the King's Tomb, but there is actually kind of a little trick you can do where you can actually open that up without you don't need the boots.
Ooh, green rupee. Meanwhile, Smight going for that spiral.
Yeah, I think that's a good call, doing Spiral after Hera. That way you go straight down. If you have the Titan's Mitt by circumstance, you can just go straight to the Dark World side of it. But,
yeah, we'll see if that pays off.
If it is nothing, probably will foresee just a save and quit out of here. Yep. There we go.
There we go. Meanwhile, I keep forgetting that SunsOut doesn't have boots.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Chad is saying you still need the boots for that trick I was talking about before, so...
Okay. Bumper Cave, though, he can see what's on the ledge at least.
That's true. And, yep, that early cape could signify something, but it's just
It's
more
cash.
Rookies. Geez, in a world where, like, we have so many different video games coming out, like, every single week, like, we could use a seed like this, but in Randomizer, it's like, just cash.
Yep. And Smight has activated the swag duck.
Yes, he has. At this point, it'll only open faster traversal from place to place, but that is never a bad thing to have. Once he gets the Titan's Mets, potential to check out the Mire area.
Mire and possibly back of desert. Or
Yes.
desert.
Oh yeah, that's true, yeah.
Looks like he's going to go get that sword upgrade, though.
Yeah, good call. Especially since he's going to be more than likely heading into the Dark World next to take care of some of those very quick Dark World dungeons in the top left of the area.
Yeah, he's got all the tools. He can easily clear Haunted Forest and Skullwoods and Thieves Town.
Yeah, I potentially foresee a double clear on that at this point. And SunsOutGunsOut going straight for Thieves Town.
Yep. It's interesting that they took different routes to get to the same spot.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, SunsOutGunsOut kind of did that wraparound in the Dark World area in the central part of it, while Smight did that exploration in Death Mountain, but they are essentially in the same area now. Unfortunately, it looks like Smight is a bit better equipped because, yeah, that Fire Rod, that's going to allow him to clear this dungeon he's in right now, Skullwoods.
Which might be the reason why SunsOut just went straight into Thieves Town.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that play.
Alright, Smite's found the big key in Skullwoods already.
And, well, SunsOutGunsOut also found the key, but it's kind of expected to find it early in Thieves Town, I guess.
Yeah. It's usually... I usually find it in that same chest.
Yeah, I believe that chest is the vanilla location, too.
It is.
I think one thing that could benefit SunsOutGunsOut right now is if the Titan's Mitts are in here, he could essentially make the play to go straight to Death Mountain afterwards and pretty much check everything shy of the Ether Tablet, see the intel for Turtle Rock, and do everything, I think, at that point. So that would be a really, really huge thing for him, while Smight would essentially have a double dip, so to speak.
Ooh, that's a death.
Yes, SunsOutGunsOut does take a death there, and yeah, you gotta remember that at this point in the game, things do damage to you, even with the blue mail, so you have to be very careful.
Meanwhile, Smight taking the intentional death. I believe he forgot he had the mirror? Or he just wanted the health refill?
Probably the health refill.
Probably.
Because he's still rocking the green mail right now, so...
It's a little risky to do Skullwoods with the green mail, but not... It's what's expected.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta remember that in the vanilla version, like you didn't get green mail until what was supposed to be Dungeon 5, so you had to deal with a lot of the double damage enemies of the Dark World before you even got to that point. Yeah, chat's pointing out that he also did the Death Warp and Tower of Hera, where he still had the mirror. Maybe he's just used to not really getting the mirror this early at this point, I think.
Could be. He might have gotten a little too used to death warps right there.
Yeah, probably right there.
It looks like he's looking for either a magic refill or just more hearts.
Okay, he's through now. He's not going to have a whole lot of Fire Rod uses for Montulus, so he's going to have to play this fight pretty carefully, because he doesn't want to take too much damage with the current defense conditions that he's in right now.
Now, I didn't see the contents of some of those potions. Is one of those a blue? Or are they all just empty bottles?
Yeah, I think so.
Montula is giving him a decent position.
Oh yeah, that was a really good fight.
It's not the cleanest I've seen, but certainly worked.
Yeah, I think he only took one hit, so yeah, that's... Honestly, even if he doesn't go down immediately, just kind of getting through that fight with taking minimal damage is, I'd say, is a good fight.
Suns Out seems to be having a little trouble with the door.
That door can be pretty tricky. If the Wallmaster comes down at a very specific point, sometimes... I don't know, that statue just doesn't really move correctly. We missed this earlier. The Ether Medallion was in Skull Woods, so there was something in there.
Yeah. Looks like he's leaving and using the cape for safety. Half a heart left.
Well, hey, they have that half magic, so...
Might as well make use of it.
Probably dying there to get his hearts back. And okay, yeah, I can kind of understand that, yeah. Nice little way to get your hearts back before moving on to the next area.
Smight looks like he's checking the ledge of Bumper Cave. Looks like he's going to clear the backside of Dark World as well now. Though he'll be able to get the mirror. Not mirror. What am I talking about? The cape. King's Tomb. That's the thing.
Yes, that's what he's going to be able to get.
Words are hard.
SunsOutGunsOut is going back to attempt thieves again.
Right. So what do you think's in King? Anything important?
Well, with the way things have been going for Smight, yeah, this could be a very important item. It's just a heart container.
Well, health is important, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, it's important.
It's not. So at this point, what would be a good decision here for checking? Like, where would the logic and the routing take us at this point? Keep in mind, he's not supposed to have the flute at this point.
That is very correct. Since we haven't really seen a lot out of Thieves Town, like, definitely I'd check this first, which looks like what Smite's going to be doing anyway. Probably along with the rest of the Village of Outcasts anyway. And yeah, after that, it's a really tough call just because every single location they go to could be a. There's only like one or two items, and there's just like, do you want to go there to check this place or this place or this place? It's really tough call.
Smight moving into Thieves Town.
Actually, looking at the items, I think I do know a good place. I believe Swamp is actually available.
Yep. It looks like it's the most logical place to go. You have everything to full clear it. And there's
6
what?
items.
Yeah.
It's always weird for me in Swamp though. It's like, yeah, it has 6 items, but whenever I kind of go there,
you don't want to clear it.
Yeah, you don't want to clear it, and then when you go there, it just ends up not having anything. It's just 6 items of junk items. So I don't know, like you know, logically, it is a good call because of how much that's in there. But yeah, like
you always want to go mode Swamp.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, Ice Palace cannot be accessed just because of that Titan's Mitt. Titan's Mitt, like, shields a lot of more places than you'd expect.
You also cannot check Mire because of the same reason.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, the only place they can really go is Swamp or check some of the outlier Dark World areas.
Lately, it seems like Palace of Darkness has been very, very rich of items, but like it's just so... It's so awkward to make that call when they don't have the bow yet, and especially don't have the lamp either.
That's true.
Could be a lamp in the first chest of it, I guess, scenario, but...
Well, if the lamp's in the first chest, it's bow locked then, and they can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So... prediction, all of these progression items, is that a B? Is that a B in blind?
Yeah, I think he's gonna help him out.
Does that work? Oh wow, it does actually work. I did not know that, but it looks like it's distracted. Or is it working?
I don't think it's working. I think you were just like seeing like the leftover part of the sword hitting. The other time.
It's there for moral support.
Yeah, sometimes you need that in a fight against one. Yeah, Thieves Town didn't really seem to have anything, so...
Nope. Just the crystal. Although it looks like it's a red crystal, so after Smight gets done here, he could check Fat Fairy.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, crystals 5 and 6, which in this seed are on both Mothula and Blind, that will allow access to the Pyramid Fairy. Fat Fairy goes by a bunch of different names, and that has 2 potential items. And it seems like the earlier you get that access, the more likely it has something. So that would not be a bad call whatsoever, especially after Swamp.
Now, I didn't see if Smight did the digging game.
I don't think he did, because, yeah, he didn't do it yet, because he came from Death Mountain and started north. He's kind of working his way south through the Dark World items.
It looks like it was a red rupee, too, so... Suns Out is not really getting a lot of luck with these items.
Yeah, not really. Like I said before, him getting Titans, I think, would help a lot. Because that would take him back to Death Mountain and potentially full clearing that, maybe finding some other stuff too. But yeah, like I really love the route that Smite's on right now. Just having done Death Mountain, and now he's going to be able to go south, pretty much check everything, even stuff that SunsOut's already checked in just like one solid line. And that's going to be it's just really good when routing works out in that fashion.
It just goes to show you really need to practice your dark routes.
Yeah, in this case, yeah, that's definitely true. Okay, SunsOutGunsOut is saving and quitting. Looks like he's not doing the Swamp play just yet. This probably is going to be the Death Mountain play. Maybe he is going to go for that Dark Room.
Maybe. I can't really think of anything else on the side of the map. Check.
Yeah, I'd say that right now, as chat's asking if Smite's ahead, I'd say that Smite is definitely ahead, especially in terms of items and also in terms of dungeon completion as well. So he's definitely got a bit of a lead. Items will definitely have to work in SunsOutGunsOut's favor if he wants to kind of catch up a bit. Race definitely not over. You can never say it's over until it's actually over, but that is how it's looking at this current point anyway.
You can never count anyone out. Things can get very troll at the end.
Exactly, like one just kind of huge gamble could set in motion the rest of the seed.
Smight not even bothering to pick up the red rupee.
It looks like he kind of made a bit of a question mark on the field with his shovel digging too.
A little bit. Did Suns Out check the boy? The Haunted Grove?
Yes, he did. It wasn't anything. I think it was just like a heart piece or rupees or something.
Smight ignoring the. Well, he's free to ignore the hearts at this point.
Oh yeah.
Sitting at 13, even with the green mail.
Yeah, he's definitely good for hearts from now on. I would not be surprised to see him skip any if he has the chance to. Oh, just some bombs. Okay.
All right.
No, I don't think any of our runners have been to the desert yet, as asked in the chat.
Nope. No desert checks. It looks like Smite's going to go for the swamp, though.
Yeah, still going to be checking that hype cave first, but yeah, I think checking swamp next would be a really good call.
I also didn't see if anyone checked the island for getting the hobo.
I want to say they did, and I want to say, again, it was nothing.
Nothing important.
Yeah, like yeah, if there was something we would have remembered.
Yeah. Sun's out with the fire rod and the flute now. Where is Smight going?
Maybe he forgot that he was already in Dark World. It's okay, that happens from time to time.
A little, it does. You know what would be great? If, Book was in Swamp Palace.
That would be actually pretty interesting. Yeah, that'd open up... Yeah, you could go right over there to Desert, too. Wow.
And Bombos.
Yeah, so just like everything working out in that just like nice little line of progression that this seed has been taking Smight on, and it's all because he did the Dark Room.
Learn your Dark Room, especially that Death Mountain one.
It can be really tough to justify Dark Rooms sometimes, because there are not just Dark Rooms, just like sequence breaking in terms of logic in general, just because there's sometimes scenarios where you will get something very good from sequence breaking, but it kind of sets you off the path of the logic, and then you kind of leave some other locations behind, and you kind of need to like find one item and you're not really sure where to look. So it can be dangerous at times, but in cases like it's been for Smight, it's been very, very good.
Ooh, Sun's out. Not checking Spike Cave. That could definitely have put him ahead of Smight, especially if it was Titan's Mitt, but that's speculating. He might check it on the way out.
Yeah, he'd probably either check that or Spiral Cave at this point, so one of those two locations I'm sure he'll check.
Sun's out, remembering his mirror.
So that is one thing. You can say he's gained a little bit of time because of that, but yeah, he's going to have a lot of time to gain back, though, for sure.
Yep. Now, on the subject of Dark Root, though, I think the most important ones to learn are probably Death Mountain, definitely the Eastern. I think that's the second item for Smite in Swamp Palace.
Yes, that is, I believe. And yeah, those two dark rooms are generally pretty free once you kind of learn them. They're very quick, you can get through, and it does kind of save some time on potential revisits like in Eastern if you come back and don't have to go all the way back around that loop again. So it's good to definitely learn at least some of the easier ones and then kind of work your way to some of the harder ones.
If you want to be really saucy, learn the sewer escape.
Yeah, there's definitely some items that can make the sewer escape a little more manageable. Fire rods, so you can light those torches. If you have the one of the medallions, you can use that in the room with the rats where you have to find a key. So, yeah, that's another one that's not too bad to learn, especially if you have some good items with you.
And learning it from reverse, like from the back side forward, it's not usually that bad. And if you get a key in any of those chests, it's usually a guarantee that the sewer chest will have something.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, still nothing from Swamp Palace just yet, but we still have 4 items left to see, and have 2 chances right here.
Titans,
there
man!
They are! There's the Titans.
Holy crap! We got...
Yeah, that's good. That's a very good item to get at this point.
That's Sun's Out coming up on the Moldren fight. Ooh. Took a fall.
Yeah, the feistiness from Smite's fight is still existing in this Moldorm too, so...
I'm gonna call it right now. There's gonna be a lamp in here too. Swamp.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Although, I don't know, like, I mean, having the Titans Met does open up a lot more locations, so...
Hold on.
I think the acquisition of that will definitely lead to the lamp if it's not here.
Lamp in the big key chest. Big key on the boss. Well, actually, yeah, in here I think it's the only dungeon where the big key can be on the boss, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be on Mothula too.
That's true.
Yeah, Swamp Palace and Skullwoods are the only examples where you don't need a big key to get to the boss. Well, you can get to Cold Stare without it too, but the logic will never have that happen.
No. I was wrong about the big key location.
Okay, Smight is electing to go back up to see the
Spiral.
Yeah, that's I'm not entirely sure why that happens, but yeah, there's always kind of like a weird thing about that staircase where if you try to go up the first time, sometimes you'll just like accidentally go back down the stairs again.
It's a little weird. Ooh, map.
Yeah, I think I would have probably elected to just finish the rest of Swamp, because one, he didn't have the map yet, so chances are it could have been there. And also, it's not like terribly long to get back to the big key chest from the entrance.
And then you can check her out.
Yeah, exactly.
And looks like that's there's just the item on Argus, right?
Yes, I believe so. Because yeah, I think he got the compass earlier, so... Honestly, just coming in here for that Titan's Met was a good play, for sure.
It was huge. Oh, we got a Bonk Rock check. Let's see what's in here.
Don't... Oh, no.
Okay. Nothing of value.
Yeah, I didn't actually remember if Smight checked that or not.
I don't believe he did.
He was definitely in the area when he had the boots and the mirror when he was in Dark World, so... He had a chance to, anyway. Oh, okay. Chat is confirming he did do Bonk Rock.
He did do Bonk Rock? Okay.
Thank you, chat.
I believe both of them did check library.
Yeah, because library is where the sword upgrade was. The second sword upgrade.
Oh, Sun's Out still has yet to collect that. Maybe we'll see it grabbed in a couple minutes.
He is heading south, so.
Ooh, bombs.
Just bombs.
But we got a possible cold stare and Meyer check.
Yep, oh, that's true, yeah. Meyer, that also opens up Ice Palace now as well. Dark, Death Mountain, definitely some options here now.
I would argue that Meyer would probably be the better check here, because you could also check you could do a quick dip into desert.
Yeah, exactly. I would agree with that as well. But first, we are going to see what's inside the Pyramid Fairy. Definitely a good call, especially, again, this... Or not.
Or
okay,
not.
Never mind.
Where are you going, Smight? Tell us. Is he going to pod?
This could be a pod play. No?
No,
okay.
no.
Oh, okay. Smight hasn't done some of this other stuff, so he might want to be doing this before he makes the move to Meyer, which I can kind of understand. Yeah, I can kind of.
I think Sun's Out is going for Spike Cave check.
Yeah, that looks like it. Now, see, this could be a case where Smight may have forgot that he had crystals 5 and 6, because that's
possibly.
Again, you wouldn't expect to have them this early. But see, little windows like those, kind of just like forgetting things like that. That's why this race is definitely not over.
Sun's Out, kind of low on health. Ooh. Nothing important.
Nope. Smight is not doing the catfish check. He's gonna get his $300.
Smight doesn't have 5-6. He doesn't.
Oh, okay. So yeah, okay, yeah. I guess that's it. I guess Ice Palace is the other 5-6 crystal. Then never mind.
Piece of heart on the ledge, and he's going to check Agana.
Yes, we are going to get our desert check now. I'm actually wondering if maybe the lamp was here this whole time.
Possibly. Or a bow.
Yeah, because, like, again, all that Death Mountain stuff we did was technically a sequence break by the logic, because Flute was up there, so that's a lot of great stuff that's up there, too. But no, it is just a bottle of green goo.
His last bottle.
Oh, 100? Okay.
Now, are we going to get an actual palace check, or are we going to get go straight to Meyer? Because he cannot complete Meyer at this time.
Yeah, he does. He cannot complete it. Yeah, I can imagine this is probably going to be a just a Meyer outside area, and the obviously checking the medallion, which it looked like it was. Was that Quake that I saw?
It was Quake, so we still don't have Meyer access.
Well, okay, that'll allow him to check everything else then. Just not worry about Meyer yet until he gets that medallion.
And we got the Bloomerang. So what do you think? 100% seed?
At
this point?
I mean, they have all the bottles. They're getting there.
Smight had the potential to grab a few hearts that he didn't, but yeah.
I'm gonna hold off on the 100% prediction just for a moment. Just want to kind of see what's gonna be in these other areas. But I mean, I can see where it can get to that point.
Yeah, that's a really nice big key, by the way.
Oh yeah, Yeah, getting that big key, especially right there, is really good. And just kind of come over here, grab this item, then start going to the left side, grab all those items, and just kind of, again, kind of do things in a very linear fashion. Like, the seed has honestly been working out, at least in terms of map progression, anyway.
Yep, it just shows you, like, that Death Mountain is really important. Check it early, check it often.
And SunsOutGunsOut is making his way through Swamp, so he will be getting his Titan Smith very, very soon as well. Again, kind of going to be in that position where, because Titan Smith opened up a lot, and there's also nothing in Desert, by the way.
No.
But yeah, because Titan Smith opened up a lot, just kind of choosing a different location could make some difference between these two racers.
And we still don't know what's in Pedestal, so it could be... There could still be Pedestal seed.
Yeah, that could be.
Checkerboard's only got some cash.
Okay, so yeah, Desert and Meyer didn't really have anything except for that blue boomerang, so now Smite's going to go back to Death Mountain, go to the dark side Death Mountain on the east, and we're going to see what else is up here. Probably also going to get the medallion check for Turtle Rock as well.
It would be great if Turtle Rock was Quake as well.
I think they'd probably, like, well, okay, if it's Quake as well, I mean, I guess I could still have some stuff, but I think these runners, I mean, they don't have Kane anyway, so they couldn't even go in there, even if they had it, but
Oh.
I think they're going to be in a position where it's like, well, I want to hold off on going in here.
One of these items has to be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, for sure. There's not a lot of places left to check. The lantern is not in Eastern Palace because there is a dark room midway through, and SunsOutGunsOut checked everything up until that dark room, so the lamp is not in Eastern.
Nope. And we're getting a hookshot cave check.
Yeah, lamp could be in pod. It could be in that first few chests of pod for sure. It could be in here for all we know. Oh no, it couldn't.
Why couldn't it be in here?
Because Death Mountain couldn't get up here without. There's the book.
And the cane.
There's the cane. You know what? If they have the right medallion,
that could be a Turtle Rock.
That's right.
Is he going to get the island? Looks like he's going to get the island.
Yeah, there's a sword upgrade up there, so...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay, and yeah, that... Honestly, getting the Tempered Sword would be, honestly, a good sign to check out Turtle Rock, because it's so much better going through there with Tempered Sword than it is Master Sword.
I don't know, I always like to butter my Turtle Rock.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, tempered and up, I mean... Yeah, can't complain about either of those. But yeah, Master Sword Turtle Rock, especially Trinex, is really, really rough.
Ether.
Okay, so that does open up Turtle Rock.
Yep.
Don't have what it takes to complete it, but at the same time, it is a pendant, so completing it is probably very low on their priorities, but checking those 5 chests might be worth it.
They have enough to at least... Smight has enough to at least check... the entire dungeon. Like, he can get all the way up to try and exit. And that laser bridge is usually holds something.
Yeah, and with the cape and half magic, the laser bridge is not going to be too much of a concern.
No.
Smite's gonna grab the big 20 that was inside the spike cave here.
I think I have another prediction for Lamp.
Okay, what do you got?
Ice Palace.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that, yeah, Ice Palace could be another big play. But yeah, Smite left, not going to make the play on Turtle Rock. Again, I can understand it, but with just how version 26 logic has been going,
it's not something you actually want to check, though. Let's be real.
You never want to, but it's version 26. It's kind of like, it's kind of one of those things where it's just like, you kind of have to. Oh, Smite was actually in the area and did not opt to check Pedestal. That could have been something he could have done at this point.
I think it'd be hilarious if Pedestal Quake at this point.
Ooh, yeah, that could be a thing.
We are getting a Breadsmith check though.
Yeah.
Sun's out.
Check.
Sun's out. Done with Swamp.
Okay, looks like he's going to be doing pretty much the same thing that Smite did, since all those other locations Smite checked, he is already covered at this point.
At this point, that's
there
a lamp.
Is. There's the lamp. Not quite Ice Palace, but it is in the cold underground of the Peg Cave, so it's halfway there, I guess.
If you haven't noticed, every single time I've made a prediction, it's wrong.
Yeah, I feel like that's the case with just Randomizer in general. If you make a right prediction, then you're a witch, I think.
Looks like we're getting a purple chest.
Not quite Flaming Rock. The bow is also going to be required for Go mode as well, so there's still some items missing. Well, just those two, really, but yeah. Bow in addition to the Quake Medallion, and then we'll probably have a Go mode. Oh, my bad. You did say bow. My bad.
Where is my... Okay, so he's heading back in Dark World. Is he going to... No, he's not. Have it. Where's he going? Oh, he's going to go check Bombos.
Bombos is usually a check I would try to do alongside Purple Chest, just because they're both right there, but it's cool. If this is something he needs, that will be fine too. Just $300 though.
Kind of a disappointing Bombos tablet, but looks like it's going to lead him to going into Ice Palace.
Yeah, I think the logic is definitely kind of pointing over here at this point. It is a crystal dungeon. It will lead the Pyramid Fairy as well, so I can definitely agree with this call.
He's got all the tools to do it quickly. Meanwhile, Sun's out going... Looks like he's going to clear Desert Palace completely.
Interesting.
This is probably the only thing that could get him ahead, actually. Is doing a gamble. No, he's leaving.
Did he pick up the big key?
I believe so.
Oh, maybe he just realized, oh wait, this is pendant, maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
Could be.
Okay, instead he's gonna opt for going back to Death Mountain, which I think is probably a good call, because then he can get his cane, he can get his sword upgrade as well.
It's not entirely unlikely for Smite to be Gaming Green Pinnock. There's still the chance he could find the other armor upgrade. That bomb placement was a little awkward. It looks like he didn't get the bomb switch. So he's gonna have to trigger it, comes in.
Or if he decides to go for the, oh, I know, yeah, you're right, yeah, he'll have to hit it again.
The first armor upgrade was an Eastern.
Alright, he made it over.
That's actually a good point. He doesn't really need to bother with the bomb jump at this point, does he? He's got the cane. Like, he doesn't... the bomb jump's usually only used if you don't have cane or an easy way... well, actually, if you don't have cane. Because the cane can be used to flip the only switch that you need.
I think he's banking on maybe seeing what these 3 items are, and then if he gets the 3 items he needs, he can just very easily just, like, jump down from where he is.
That's true.
It's not, like, terribly long to full clear this, even if you set up the bomb jump and everything.
Ooh, that was not a good gamble.
And yeah, that's another good point chat pointed out. If you end up not needing the big key, or you can narrow down where the big key is, you can also just skip that without having to go through those doors. So.
Speaking of...
Yep. He does have the big key now, though. Yes, the sprite that SunsOutGunsOut is using is the Kirby
We
sprite.
have the Quake!
Alright, that will open up and allow our runner, or allow Smight anyway, to do and finish Misery Mire. I can imagine that's probably going to be his next trip after this. Yep. And then we just need that bow now. The bow is the last item that we need for Go Mode. And we'll also need to actually clear out Palace of Darkness too, so it's not going to be a case where it's going to be in Ganon's Tower, and at this point we know for sure that there is not going to be anything on Pedestal because you need Bow to complete Eastern, so...
Yep.
Sorry to the chat who was really hoping for the Pedestal dream, but unfortunately it will not be happening today.
That's true. Just leads me to wonder what was on the pedestal.
Yeah, we had a perfect opportunity to check, and we didn't get that, and we're not going to get that from SunsOutGunsOut either, it looks like.
Nope.
Okay, so SunsOutGunsOut will be running into his lamp very shortly, so you'll have that taken care of.
I just hope that doesn't send him on a false flag.
Oh, that's right.
He could think it means he has to finish Eastern.
Well, not like he could anyway, because he does not have the bow, but yeah, I do kind of see what you're saying anyway.
Or, yeah, no, that's really the only thing left. That requires, or that leads the lamp. He's already been to Death Mountain again.
Yeah, that's true. I guess if I had to make a prediction, that's more than likely going to be wrong. One thing that could be interesting, though, Smight did not do the purple chest, as we talked about earlier. So if SunsOutGunsOut decided to randomly do the purple chest right here, get rewarded with the bow, that could actually be a... kind of an advantage. Could close up the distance a little bit.
Smight did do purple chest.
Oh, he did? I don't remember him having that with him, though, when he was checking that.
He checked it and then went back into Dark World from the... he mirrored out in front of Blacksmith and then checked Dark World.
Oh, so did he do it and then he checked Bombos later?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's where I got messed up. My bad.
Smight taking some safety potions. Probably a good idea.
Yeah, I guess so. Flaming Rock, yeah, he moves so fast, it's hard to keep track sometimes.
Alright. And we're going to the swamp. It's more than likely that the bow is somewhere in there. There's not a lot of... there is nowhere else that it could be, I believe.
I don't... I guess it could be in Turtle Rock still, maybe.
It could be in... okay, I'm wrong. I will admit that. It could be in Turtle Rock. It could also be at the front of the pod, but from what the seed's been doing, like, it's reasonable to assume that Bo's gonna be in here. But I've also been wrong on every other call, so...
yeah.
I am the counter gen.
That's definitely what Smight, I think, is really banking on. He's like, okay, let's just get the bow in here, let's just move on the pod, and then just be done with this. Like, I can...
It could also be Fairy.
Yeah, it could be Fairy,
I forget
pod, like you said, it could be Turtle Rock.
We got the silvers.
Okay, so we got one of the bow items in here. Are we gonna get the other one now?
No, just the arrows.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Got a full troll. Lots of keys.
Oh, Suns Out, Guns Out is back in the pod area. Pod/eastern area. Looks like he is going to pod.
Chat
check out those first few chests, I guess.
Chat did point out a possibility. It could be a green pendant bow.
That's true, yeah.
Which means that Ice Rod would have to be somewhere in Misery Mire, Pod, or Fat Fairy. I believe that was the second item for Misery Mire, so no bow in here.
Yep, that's it for Misery Mire, so that bow is still floating out there somewhere.
It's still in the wind. Alright, Suns Out is going for that hot pod check. Now, now, is it arrow locked? Is a good question.
Yeah, that's right. This first chest it's not a key.
It's a key.
Oh, it's a key. Okay, so we'll be seeing a little more of pod. If it was any other item, we'd be officially bow locked and unable to continue.
He can realistically check all but one chest in this dungeon.
And again, I'm not completely sure of all the intricacies of this particular dungeon, but I think if he actually went down to check the basement chest before he's doing what he's doing here, if none of those items were the bow,
he could have soft locked out of it.
Yeah.
Well, not soft lock, but he would have bow locked himself.
Yeah, because I think because there's like so many different key doors you can reach at this point, the randomizer takes kind of a just it basically makes it so like there's never a scenario where you can get key locked. So to prevent that, the bow just doesn't go in certain chests, just to kind of prevent that possibility of happening.
Is he going to mirror out? He mirrored out. Is he going to check the drop chest?
I think so.
All right. Meanwhile, Smight is going through the dark rooms now. He's not going for the trick I see a lot in races, where you put the cane block next to one of the spikes.
Yeah, and you shoot it there and like kind of travel up with the beam.
Yeah, I never really could get the right for that.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of tricky if you're not used to that. He is going to continue his adventure through Pod, although I think at this point, I don't think the bow can be in any other chests, just that key lock situation.
Well, he got 2 keys.
Yeah, but I think like the logic, because there's technically that key door in the basement, like it's trying to take that into consideration too, to the point where it's like, well, just in case you don't want to get in a situation where you can't get anywhere if you don't find what you're looking for.
And he's not going into the dark room. He's going down below the 4 turtle room. Might with a very clean Vitreous. And a bug net for Suns Out. Not sure that's helping him.
As many people say, when you get that bug net, Aghanim officially required, so you can do the swag net strategies.
It was a net gain.
Ah, yes, yes.
Thank you, Falconhead.
Very, very good. Okay, so I'm very curious to see Smite's play now.
Smight does not have Big Key. Big Key is likely in the bow section. So...
Ooh, Smight is doing the pod play as well. Could probably stop out at Eastern too, since he still has to check that as well. SunsOut is going back into Eastern to check out that one chest that he did not get when he was here before.
He is determined.
Thing is, if he did that dark room earlier, and this was the bow,
he would be so far ahead.
Yeah, he would have been.
Again, learn your dark rooms. Chat's predicting Ice Rod for bow.
That could be.
It could be. It'd be really funny.
Chat's all, like a chat also said, Pyramid Fairy also needs to be checked as well.
And I believe he does have the ability to do that now.
Yeah, he definitely has crystals 5 and 6 now. The only crystal he's missing is actually this dungeon right here, so...
I think he's hoping that the bow is in here so that he can just go straight through. Which, it's a good gamble if it pays off, but we know it won't.
Yeah, I'm still, at this point, I'm just thinking it's...
Unless... Okay, no, he's not going to do a bomb jump. Looks like Big Key in the vanilla chest for Eastern Palace. I didn't even realize we hadn't gotten the big chest.
Yep. Well, we're gonna see what is inside there now.
Is it a vanilla bow? Oh, no.
Oh, close again. Arrow capacity upgrade.
I am so sad. Because that would have just been great.
This seed is just teasing our runners with what they want. First the silvers for Smight, and then just the capacity upgrade for SunsOut.
Yeah, it looks like it's either Fat Fairy or Turtle Rock here.
SunsOut gonna grab some potions, it looks like.
Yeah. SunsOut currently has more information for... I lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
It disappeared.
It happens from time to time. I think at this point, SunsOut's gonna probably start...
He's doing ice.
Yeah, he's gonna be under the
It's gotta be.
He's like, I've been doing all this work. I haven't been clearing any crystal dungeons, and some of them I haven't even touched yet. I think it's about time that I start doing this. This is going to give him the Quake Medallion, so he'll get in the mire. And hopefully they'll start getting him kind of in a clearing dungeons mindset, because after this, Smight does not have much left to check. So
That he does not.
So he's gonna run into that bow at some point.
Realistically, Smight might go for the Eastern Palace check since he's already in the area, so to speak.
Yeah, I can see that too.
And if he goes for the Eastern Palace check, that does give SunsOut a little time to catch up. But Eastern Palace does not take very long. Yep, Smight heading out of pod.
And heading into Eastern.
Yep.
So we're finally going to see a change of dress here in a little bit. Going to have a blue dress instead of a green one.
So do you think Smite's going to check the Pyramid Fairy first before he checks Turtle Rock?
It might not be a bad idea, just in case, like, the ice rod's there. And we do have to go all the way through it. So yeah, I think he should check that first, since it's there and it's honestly been available for a while now. So it's not too crazy to think that there is something there. Yeah, Falcon hit, kind of touching on why I'd see it as a good play, because yeah, if there is something there that leads Suns to progression when he does get those crystals, that could be huge if Smight does opt to skip that at first.
Well, keep in mind, SunsOut will still have to do 2 dungeons.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, it's a step closer, but you know, it's still a little closer than probably where he is right now.
It's a hope. It's a dream.
Yeah.
And SunsOut having bad luck with the bomb jump.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest difficulty with using the Kirby sprite, especially if you use the sprite height to analyze where you are in your bomb jump, because he is much shorter than what Link and many of the other sprites are.
You know, it is entirely possible that Smight has actually forgotten about the Fat Fairy. Because Chad just pointed out that he forgot about Powder Bat in his last race.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Which, if he's forgotten about Fat Fairy, like, again, that could put Smight in the lead. Not Smight, Suns.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Again, words are hard.
I think we'll probably be seeing some dungeon completion for a bit though. So,
oh yeah,
from SunsOut, so may not opt to do the TR check or the Fat Fairy check, at least for right now. Yeah, and they both begin with the letter S, so yeah, it's that's definitely okay. Okay, let's see what Smite's move's gonna be.
Smight done with Eastern. Likely no chance of him returning.
He is heading for Turtle Rock, it looks like.
Yep, straight to T-Rock.
I can honestly understand both plays on different fronts.
Wait.
Oh,
he's going back.
Okay,
he remembered. He remembered.
Yeah, I'd say this definitely will put Smight, I think, in the lead here, because, yeah, because if the bow is just in TR, even if you don't have to, like, be Trinex or anything, you just mirror out and just get back on path, like, you don't even worry about the rest of it, so I think he has a very, very definitive lead at this point, and it's going to be really, it's going to take a lot of falls for Ganon before Suns were to catch up at this point, I think.
We gotta call a Butter Sword and Bow in the pyramid. That would be interesting.
It'd be almost vanilla. Like, I mean, you get the silvers from the pyramid in the vanilla game, but it's a bow item anyway.
I'm actually curious, is it possible for the seed to actually produce a vanilla seed?
I'm sure it is. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it is. Just, again, like 0.0001% or whatever.
Or at least very close. Nothing of value in the pyramid.
Honestly, at that point, I'd take just like, even if they're not in the same chests, but if like everything is vanilla in a sense, like you still find all the dungeon items in the same places. And
Smight stepping into Hyrule Castle.
I think maybe he was debating, wait, did I leave that one chest, but then maybe he realized, oh wait, I don't have a small key, so that one chest is probably nothing or something like that.
Oh man, those squirrels! So painful. Repeating, I go 1 for 1.
Yeah, he actually, did he? Yeah, he did get the bug net, so maybe he just wants to show those swagging him strengths.
Could be.
But no, he's doing the
he's going
very common version, the very common version 26 gamble of going to Turtle Rock. Can you even call this a gamble anymore?
Probably not. Realistically, yeah, Turtle Rock just has too many items.
Yeah, exactly.
Having a little trouble with the pegs.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's Diesel. At this point, I mean, the Ice Rod could be probably in here as well, so...
Could be Ice Rod.
Because I don't think... there's very little, if anything, I think our runners have actually missed out on or haven't checked at this point.
That's true. Smite's checked pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's checked almost everything in, like, really, really good time, too. Like,
very efficient routing.
Nearly 100% at only, like, an hour and... not even an hour and 30 yet is really, really good.
It looks like SunsOut died, but I missed it.
Oh, yeah, I guess he... Yeah,
did he get bumped by... he got bumped by Cold Stare, didn't he?
I think so.
Going in for round 2, though.
Oh, wait, no. Cold Stare is complete on the track, or maybe there's an item he didn't get.
That could be.
Yeah, that's what he... Okay, yeah. You know, I did see him beat Cold Stare, too. Like, I just blanked right there.
What do we got for Turtle Rock? A lot of keys. That doesn't make me feel good about a shallow dip into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, they're probably gonna need to go through quite a bit of this to find everything, but
that's deep dive.
But with that one room that has 4 chests, the Eye Bridge, like, I mean, you gotta expect it sometimes.
You could also check Mimic.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Turtle Rock, Fetch Quest, Ice Rod, Pendant Bow.
Oh, gosh.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, there are 2 fetch quest items. No, 3. There are 3 fetch quest items that are still on the table, so that could definitely happen. I almost didn't see that shovel down there.
Shovel? I don't see a shovel.
Oh, I was saying that, like, when I said there were 2, I was like, oh, wait, no, 3 fetch quest items. I was like, that's what I was saying.
I thought I missed a shovel. That'd be hilarious.
Nah.
Well, there's one fetch quest.
There's one of the fetch quests.
Smight looks like he's taking the long way around.
Yeah, probably to get this full magic here.
It's a good call. So how early do you think is too early to check Turtle Rock? Out of curiosity.
Too early.
Or is
it's hard to make it
at this point, because
yeah, like in this particular seed, I would say that honestly, I think at Turtle Rock, as soon as Smight was up there getting the Dark World Death Mountain items, I think that would have been a good time to check. Just because, like, I mean, it's a pendant. You may not necessarily need the Ice Rod to finish the seed. And he had a Tempered Sword. At that point, I would have personally gone for it. But, you know, like you said earlier, people don't really want to check Turtle Rock if they don't have to, and I can understand that. But just, again, it's 5 items, 6 with Mimic Cave. It's just, you really just can't ignore it for too long, I find. Especially
you
in this
really
version.
can't. Powder, mushroom, shovel, ice rod, green pendant bow. That would be great. I didn't see what was in the chest.
It was nothing. I think it was a heart piece.
A heart piece?
Yes.
Well, I mean, more health. Red tunic.
Red tunic. He's been green for so long, and now he's already red.
Didn't take them very long.
And after how long we've been seeing Blue Kirby, yeah, Smight made the transition between all 3 of them in a very short time period.
Bow!
There it is, there it is. He's out of here.
And he is out.
Sorry for
Go
everyone.
mode.
For all that work the chat did with creating that fetch quest item tree, I feel really bad. I would have loved to have seen that.
Well, this is the race of missed calls.
Yeah, I guess so, for sure. This is going to be a pretty quick clear too. He has to go through the bow lock section now with bow, and he's going to get a small key and a big key from that side. Unless he already has a small key, so it'll be very quick. You just jump right down from those chests and just go to the end.
And they already opened up the key chest, the chest earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
That chest he opened up is probably the big key.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna call it. He's probably got 20, maybe 30 minutes left.
Yeah, somewhere around that range. Ganon's Tower usually takes around, like, 10 minutes usually, maybe not even that much, and yeah, this is going to be a pretty quick clear, so yeah.
There's still a chance, but it is... His sun's out window is slowly closing.
Yeah, for sure, and, like, again, like, he still has some overworld stuff to check as well. So yeah, even if he goes straight to where he needs to go, it'd still be really, really hard to make up the difference at this point.
Well, I missed another call. The ledge chest was a small key, not the key.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. He has enough to get through the rest of this. Oh, wait, no, he has to go... Okay, yeah, he do... Wait, huh?
He's getting a heart refill.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he has the big key already. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. Which means Hellosaur has a compass.
Yeah. The bow was actually in Turtle Rock in the that roller room right before the dark room.
Yep. Pretty deep in the Turtle Rock. And Sun's Out's going into Vitreous with very little health. No, he's going to use his potion.
Ooh, and thank God he did right there, because another hit would have sent him back to the beginning.
That is far too... I like to play a little risky, but that is...
Yeah, the Misery Mire Walk of Shame is definitely not one you want to do. A lot of rooms you have to traverse through, including the Dark Room Crystal Switch thing. Yeah.
Alright, he's using the cape. Be pretty quick here. So, something I've always wondered, is it possible to kill Vitreous before you kill his little eyes? Because you can damage him during the electric animation.
I want to say you can't, but I've never tried that. I think it wouldn't work just because, like, if that did work that way, you'd probably see like more runners doing that.
Yeah.
I don't think he does.
I think Smight forgot he had the silver, but it doesn't seem to matter.
No, I mean, Tempered Sword's still only like 4 strikes, not the fastest, but like if you miss with the silver arrows, it can take a while before you're kind of properly lined up again.
That's true. Sun's out. Looks like he's... Where is he going?
Okay.
He's going to Turtle.
Yep, okay, this is a good call for him. I think this is the correct call for him. Definitely approaching this at a much earlier time. I think he accidentally walked in that room with the spin speed.
Spin speed is pretty hard to control.
Yeah. But yeah, he's making, in terms of progression, he's making this call much earlier than what Smight did, but just the huge advantage Smight had in doing the the Death Mountain Dark Room early, getting all those other items, and then just kind of going through that line of progression earlier.
Yeah, Smight pretty much did a straight loop.
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely where Smite's biggest advantage came from.
We've already got Ganon Chestification being called.
Oh yeah, that's right. We
22,
do have
22 chests. I don't know. We got one person with 22 and 2 people with 1. What do you think?
I'm gonna say probably 19. I like seeing it in the Armos Knights room. I kind of feel like some kind of gratification from basically destroying all the mini bosses in the dungeon. I feel like it's a perfect way to kind of go through the final dungeon of the game, kind of clearing out those mini bosses. Especially since we didn't get to see a whole lot of them too. So
I'm gonna guess it's in the hidden bomb room.
Okay.
On left side. Oh, we got a Bob call. Bob would be nice. Alright, Smight going in again, and as Sun's Out heads into Turtle Rock.
I wanted to see them both enter the dungeon at the same time, their respective dungeons, but the animation for either just took a little bit too long.
Yep. Alright, bomb upgrades. Got a key.
Okay, so he's going to check right side. Usually people will check right side if they do get a small key on those 2 chests.
Now, is he going to gamble? He's not gambling tile room.
Yeah, I think at this point,
He might think he's behind.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you never know. You never know. He did spend a while looking. He basically checked everything looking for that bow. So yeah, he probably does feel like he's behind.
Right. Still no big key.
Yeah.
That's how many chests? I don't usually keep count on Ganon, but
I believe it's 6 at this point.
6? Alright.
Yeah.
And we got a warp out by Smight. Going left side now.
Yeah, you got the 2 chests in that first room and then the 4 in that room. So yeah, 6. We're at 6. There's 7, which is the ice rod.
Just blatantly ignoring it.
Maybe chat's prediction is still kind of true. Maybe the ice rod still leads to the powder, which leads to the shovel and all that. It's just that wasn't necessary for this particular scene.
Nope. Alright, we got more keys. There,
Butter
we
sword.
We got some butter.
And the fire shield as well. Honestly, fire shield not terribly bad to have in here. It can kind of help in the Lomno fight with that one fire shooter that kind of just like bothers you throughout that whole thing.
Well, there's the powder, and it already ruined the theory for the fetch quest.
I need to stop calling out chat's theories, and we're just ruining all of them. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry.
We destroy. We are the theory destroyers.
Yeah, I guess so. Everything we've predicted, except maybe we did kind of call Turtle Rock having bow, but that's like, at that point it was a no-brainer. So it's just like we're ruining every single call we make or try to make.
Oh, am I actually going to be right for once?
Hey, it could be. Yeah, this is
potentially.
Yeah, it's looking good right now. Or we both could be wrong, and it's in the one chest in between both of our guesses. Shovel.
That's an interesting place for the shovel. There's no fetch quest. There's none.
Just ruling out every single fetch quest item.
I'm trying to think. We've seen every item in the game, haven't we?
Yeah, because we know where Berna is. Berna's in the lumberjack tree.
Yep.
And yeah, they have all the bottom. Mirror shield, I think, is the only thing at this point.
Yeah. Alright, so is it Bob's chest? Bob's taking his... Bob is taking his toll.
Oh my gosh, it might actually be in Tile Room now.
Oh god. Tile Room with it being the last check. I would feel bad about that.
Yeah, but it's like you just you want to check that last.
Don't want to check it. It's just
there
like
it is.
There it is. You were right.
I did say 19, so technically I'm not right, but yeah, it was in that area anyway.
All right.
So
Smight is in go
20.
mode. And Sun's Out is using Bread Cane to kill the mimics. Okay. Interesting strategy by Smight.
Kind of just went guns a-blazing and the spikes to take out those guys.
Yeah, he still has his blue potion, doesn't he? So he can kind of be a little reckless.
Yeah, that's very true, yeah.
Yes, I believe the Red King can kill the mimics. It's just very ineffective.
Wait, the green ones or the red ones?
The green one.
Okay, yeah, the king can do that.
Well, at this point, the sword he's using got them as well. I believe. Smight using his blue potion. Does not want to take the Ganon's Tower Walk of Shame.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
Which is much worse than the Swamp Walk of Shame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not, and not even just like, because you can also do the Ganon's Walk of Shame if you forget a small key before you head up, and that is a terrible feeling, because you make it all the way to the top, and you didn't even die, you just realize, oh, I forgot to get a key, and then you have to go all the way back down and do that whole section over again. I'm
not gonna lie, if I'm too far behind in a race and something like that happens, I'm just resetting. That's a spirit crushing.
Yeah, oh, for sure. SunsOutGunsOut does have his bow. He is officially in go mode now as well, so he's gonna very quickly, I imagine he's gonna go over and finish up Skull Woods, and then gonna take out House of Darkness.
He still hasn't done Skull.
That kind of makes sense now, though, because that, like, I was wondering, like, why he didn't go to Pyramid Fairy, but yeah, he didn't have this crystal done, so yeah, that was actually kind of a good play to check Turtle Rock first, or make that gamble first.
Hey. Smight with a pretty clean torch room. He's almost to Aghanim.
I'm calling it. Mirror Shield's going to be in one of those chests up there. I'm calling it now.
Oh, it's pretty much gotta be, doesn't it?
That or fetch quest items. Yeah.
Are on the laser.
That's, yeah. Okay, I guess there's a few more locations there. Oh, but, oh my gosh, mirror shield on the laser bridge. That's kind of
Actually, we didn't get the last item in Eastern, did we?
No, we did not, because, yeah, we did not get that item.
That'd be funny. Alright. Are we getting a validation chest check?
At this point, if he probably thinks he's behind, I imagine not, but he's proven me wrong.
I don't know. He should be feeling pretty good about this seed.
Yeah, he's definitely routed this very well. That, again, that play to check Death Mountain, doing the lamp sequence break, I guess, was really, really good call. Didn't have to do any double dips whatsoever, and just overall just went through this very smoothly.
And I've said it once. I've said it many times. It just shows you learn your dark roots, because they will just learning them pays off so much.
Yeah, and even if it's just the
and that was a very clean Aghanim 2 kill.
Yes, very, very clean, very good. I think that was only like a 3 or 4 cycle, right?
I think that was 3 cycle.
Yeah. So yeah, very well executed.
Alright, he's coming up on Ganon. This has been just a great run by Smight.
Mm-hmm, definitely. There are a lot of times where version 26 routing looks very, very messy and ugly, but that's just due to the randomization of it. When you get a smooth transition like this, it's really nice.
Alright, Ganon with the Spaceballs quote. Smight is just going straight ham on him. He's gonna carve up a slice. He's gonna carve up a slice with that butter. Is that enough swings to trigger the next phase? Yep. He's already on the phase 3, I believe.
Yep. He's on phase 3 now. Only takes 6 hits in phase 1, 6 hits in phase 2. Phase 3, just 4 hits, and then 4 silver arrows will put an end to him.
A little bit of the teleport troll, but that's to be expected.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a sub 150, but it's going to be 151, I think.
Yeah, probably just shy of 151.
He did get the torch glitch.
And at this point, double magic or half magic,
Ooh.
whatever.
That's
yeah,
a nice double.
Not a big deal.
And Ganon is down.
Wow, really nice.
That was a very clean Ganon fight.
Oh yeah, that's probably one of the best Ganon fights I've ever seen, honestly. That was really good. Didn't even need to relight the torches.
No, that was... I'd say that was like a... That was 3 teleports, Ganon. And
Yeah.
Smight finishing with an official time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 28 seconds.
Yeah, it's definitely put all of your GGs in chat. That was a really, really fantastic, very clean run of the game. So,
Yep.
we are going to begin here for a interview. Just a minute.
All right. Sun's out. Starting, head into Helmasaur.
And here we have our winner of this race. Congratulations, Smight. GG.
Hello, how's it going?
It's great.
Man, I was worried when I couldn't find that bow. I felt like I was losing my lead. I felt like I was ahead for a while.
You definitely were. And I'm going to just go ahead and just kind of say that you took a tremendous lead when you did that Death Mountain Dark Room logic skip, basically. Because you getting that fire rod and all the other items that were on Death Mountain really just kind of allowed you to route the Dark World very, very efficiently. You kind of went in just like a giant line from Skull Woods to basically Swamp and just clearing out all the dungeons and all the overworld locations.
I felt like I was doing something dumb when I was collecting money to pay Zora, but then he gave me the hook shot, and then I felt like I was ahead after that.
The early Zora definitely paid off.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely did. He also, your opponent did find the rupees relatively early, so if you did check a few other locations, you probably would have found the remainder, but considering you did go to kind of the South Shore, I think earlier than your opponent did, yeah, doing that farming was definitely a good idea.
Oof, we've got a forfeit from Sun's out as well.
Okay, we do have a forfeit, so he is going to be joining the interview as well. But yeah, like just really, really great Dark World routing, I think really kind of just puts you really far ahead, at least in the beginning stages. And never mind.
We definitely noticed when you kind of forgot about Fat Fairy there for a moment, though.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was about to go in, and then I felt really like if I went in there and it wasn't in Turtle Rock, I would have been really sad. I had to go through Turtle Rock anyway.
Yeah, Turtle Rock was a good call. And Sun's out, joining us with the interview.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Not much is up. What's going on with you? How did you feel about that seed?
Slow. I don't like going into Turtle Rock without having the means to beat it all the way to the end, and I really don't like Turtle Rock in general. So the bow being locked in there was probably a big part of my demise. Good race, though, Smight. It's a good time for that seed.
Yeah, good game. I thought that seed was going to be like 80 minutes, and then nope, it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
One thing we were telling Smight before you jumped in is like one thing that kind of helped him a little bit was he actually opted to do the Death Mountain Old Man Cave Dark Room early, And since he had the hook shot, he was able to clear all of Light World Death Mountain, which gave him the Fire Rod and a lot of other items that just really kind of helped him progress through the early Dark World dungeons kind of quickly. Because he had the Fire Rod, he could have actually finished Skull Woods when he was in that area, and then he just was able to go pretty much from Skull Woods down to Thieves Town, and then over to Swamp, and just kind of cleared them like bing, bang, boom, like one after the other. So that was definitely a big indicator. I feel like one good thing I think you did was that you actually, since you didn't have Skullwoods cleared, you kind of opted for the Turtle Rock gamble. Even though he was ahead at that point, you kind of opted for the Turtle Rock gamble a little earlier. So you did kind of gain some time back there, but just kind of that early routing that Smight did make a huge difference for this.
I figured the bow was locked in Turtle Rock because I was bow locked out at Pod. I couldn't go any farther. The big key was on the right side behind the bow, and there were no items left in Skull Woods, so there was no point in going back till I was in go mode anyway. So the only place left was the pedestal or in Turtle Rock, and I was not even going to bother checking the pedestal. If it was there, I was probably beat anyway. Turns out I was actually beat anyway.
Turns out that on the pedestal is just couch cash, so you were fine.
Yeah, not checking the pedestal helped me in the last race that I had against Zelnus, because I had no idea the mushroom was on it, so I figured, might as well go ahead and go again. But anything locked in a pendant Turtle Rock is going to be my demise in just about every race. I hate checking that place.
And it seems like that might actually be the call people need to get more comfortable making.
I did everything else that I could think of before I went up there.
Yeah, me too. I don't think I had much left. I didn't have the powder for the bat. I'd already checked the catfish really early. And I'd done everything in Northern Dark World, so the only logical place it could have been left was in Turtle Rock. At least it wasn't on Trinex. Because I got the mushroom in there first, and if the mushroom had been the ice rod and Trinex had the bow, I was going to be real salty.
One funny thing that we kind of, we as in us and in the chat, of course, kind of had fun with was Smight. You kind of forgot that you had the mirror a little bit in the early stages of the game, kept doing death warps when you didn't really have to.
I wanted my health back for most of those, but then when I went to go into Swamp Palace, I completely forgot that I was already in the Dark World. I started going to the portal, then I noticed it wasn't there.
We noticed.
I need to get more sleep for these, man. I keep waking up right before race time. It's awful.
I actually was having a nap before race time today as well. I didn't feel very sharp at the beginning.
Speaking of this, the result of this race actually puts your group in a very interesting situation. I believe you two are actually tied now.
Along with JTB, if he ends up beating Cerberoth, would put all three of us at 3-1.
Yeah, exactly. So there is a potential for that three-way tiebreaker. So if that does happen, best of luck in making it through to both of you. But I can definitely see if you want to move on, you're definitely going to be kind of rooting in one direction, I suppose.
Maybe. JTB's a good guy. He's a good racer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Resident Evil 4 and things like that. I actually didn't realize it was the same JTB when I raced him in the first round. Same guy that does the Resident Evil 4 races.
But yeah, very, very good run from both of you, though. Honestly, yeah, didn't really have any minor complaints. It seems like both of you routed the things pretty well. Just came down to a few crucial decisions, and some decisions obviously paid out better than other ones. Do you have anything to add, Drake, before we start closing this out?
I'm a little disappointed we didn't get to see Aga 1, but otherwise, both runners did a really good job. I think checking some dark rooms earlier would have definitely helped Suns Out get ahead. But no, everyone played really well.
Appreciate it. Be a little sharper for the three-way race if we happen to have one. Otherwise, congratulations, Smight.
Thanks. Good game.
Okay, so I think that's gonna do it for this. Very quickly, before we kind of get things signed off here, I want to give a big thank you to S Diesel for being the restreamer for this particular match. Really appreciate it, and also big thank you to Big Dunka, who was in charge of the item tracking for this particular race. Obviously, follow the runners. They put on a really good show for you guys, and there is a possibility there could be a three-way tiebreaker in the future. They're definitely not hoping for that, but if that doesn't happen, they're obviously going to continue on to the next phase of the tournament, so that should be really fun to watch. And also want to give a big thank you to Drake Tempest for co-commenting this match with me. It was a lot of fun, and it was really, really entertaining to hear your insight for the world of Randomizer.
I had a great time commentating, and Kirby, I hope to see you in a race.
Will do. So with that, this has been Speed Gaming 3, and we will see you guys in the future races to come. A lot of Randomizer going on for the secondary tournament and the main tournament. There's literally Randomizer going on all the time. So definitely check out all the Speed Gaming channels, all the Randomizer Mania channels. If you loved watching this Randomizer race and you want to see more, there will be lots of it to come. We're just in the early weeks of these tournaments, and there's many, many more weeks to go. So we will talk to you guys later. Have a good night, and that's going to be it for us. So see you guys next time.